Good morning, everyone. Today I will present on the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, 1956. This act deals with two important aspects: adoption and maintenance. Adoption, according to Manusmriti, meant taking someone else's son and raising him as one's own. The act widened this definition by using the term child, which includes both son and daughter. It ensures that no adoption is valid unless done under this act. Application and valid adoption. Section 2 application applies to Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, Sikhs, but not to Muslims, Christians, Parsis or Jews. Section 5 and 6 valid adoption. For adoption to be valid, the person adopting has the capacity, and also the right, to take an adoption. The person giving an adoption has the capacity to do so, the person adopted is capable of being taken in adoption, and the adoption is made in compliance with the other conditions mentioned in this chapter. Section 7 and 8 says about capacity of male and female Hindu to adopt. Any male Hindu or female Hindu, of sound mind and not a minor, can adopt a son or daughter with the consent of his wife, or all wives if more than one, or husband, unless he or she has renounced the world, ceased to be Hindu, or is of unsound mind. Section 9 person capable of giving in adoption. Only the father, mother, or guardian can give a child in adoption, with equal rights of parents requiring mutual consent, and if both parents are absent, renounced, or of unsound mind, the guardian may adopt with court's permission, ensuring the child's welfare and no improper payment. Section 10 who may be adopted. Child must be Hindu, unmarried, below 15 years, unless custom permits otherwise. Section 11 conditions. Adoptive parent must not already have a child of the same gender, and there must be an age difference of 21 years between opposite-sex adoptions. Effects of adoption. Section 12. An adopted child is deemed are severed, but marriage restrictions remain. Property already vested in the child remains with them. Adoption cannot divest vested rights of others. Section 13. Property rights. Adoption does not affect the adoptive parent's right to dispose of property. Section 14. Adoptive mother. If a man adopts, his wife becomes adoptive mother. If multiple wives consent, the senior most is mother, others stepmothers. Widows, bachelors, and unmarried women adopting their later spouses become stepparents. Section 15 says valid adoption not to be cancelled. Section 17. No person shall give or receive payment or reward for adoption, and violation leads to imprisonment up to 6 months or fine or both, with state government sanction required for prosecution. We, State of Bihar, only Hindus can adopt under this act. Malti Roy Chaudhary v. Sudhindranath initially denied married women's right to adopt, but in Brijendra Singh v. State of MP, the court took a progressive view, allowing adoption in special situations. Maintenance. Section 3(b) means financial support for food, clothing, shelter, education, medical expenses, and for an unmarried daughter till marriage. Under Section 18, a Hindu wife is entitled to maintenance, may live separately for reasons like desertion, cruelty, another wife, concubine, conversion, but loses this right if unchaste or she converts. Section 19. A widowed daughter-in-law is entitled to maintenance from her father-in-law if she cannot support herself from her own property, husband's estate, or children, but only if he has coparcenary property, and this right ends on remarriage. Section 20. A Hindu must maintain legitimate or illegitimate children, till minor, and aged or infirm parents, including a childless stepmother, if they cannot maintain themselves. Defendant defined in Sect 21 include the deceased's father, mother, widow, minor son or grandson or great-grandson, unmarried daughter or granddaughter, entitled to maintenance if unable to support themselves from other sources. Section 22. The heirs of a deceased Hindu must maintain the dependents from the estate inherited, liability being proportional to their share, except when the heir is himself a dependent. Section 23. The court decides the amount of maintenance considering factors like status, reasonable needs, separate living, property, income, and number of claimants. Section 26 to 29. The debts of the deceased have priority over dependents' maintenance. A maintenance claim is not a charge on the estate unless created by will, court decree, or agreement. If property is transferred, maintenance can be enforced against a transferee with notice or gratuitous transferee, but not against a bona fide purchaser. R.D. Shetty v. Mangaladevi Shetty, 1982, held that maintaining aged parents is a moral and legal duty based on children's income and parents' needs, while Dastane v. Dastane, 1988, ruled that both spouses must maintain aged parents, ensuring senior citizens are not left destitute. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, 1956 provides a uniform code for adoption and ensures financial security through maintenance. It protects the rights of wives, children, parents, and dependents, balancing tradition with modern needs. This act truly strengthens the family system and social justice in India. Thank you.